Hey everyone, how's it going? Long time no see. I've been pretty busy with back end of our business, and wanted to update you guys and and share a little bit about what I've been working on with the team. Um, I actually hired my previous assistant again. Um, she initially worked with me during the earlier stages of the company, and she was the first person that actually helped me with setting up systems in the company, and we were both learning, and it came a point in time where we both kind of went our separate ways, but we always left things on a good note, and it just came to happen that we're working together again. So I'm really excited about that. And of course, I also have my partner, Carola, and it's been a cool transition, and we've been heavily working on our back end. I actually completed the project that I had shown before. It was a basement where we did a complete renovation from the ground up on a basement. And so once we wrapped up with that, I decided to take some time off from being on the field and just focus on our back end. And what I mean by our back end, I mean our automations. A lot of people are talking about artificial intelligence, AI, and this and that. And yes, we are implementing AI to a certain extent, but we're not really. I haven't really created agents. I've played around with agents, more of on a customer service level, but not really out in production. Also, if you can automate certain tasks through workflows, it's actually advisable to create a workflow as opposed to using an agent. Keeping it simple. I will be integrating AI on a deeper level, and I will have agents, and I will be using those agents for different departments of our company. But as of right now, I'm working more on the automations of the workflows, and I want to cover that a bit more with you guys. I've been attending a couple of events for coding with Google Studio. Was an event that I participated in. It was really cool. They also discussed Vertex AI. So it's kind of like a platform more for like machine learning and AI. So it's like their cloud. It's part of their cloud infrastructure. So that was pretty cool. And so, in addition to that, I've been studying my Python development skills. And funny, but I've been studying a whole bunch of Python. But I started using n8n for our automations, and that mainly runs on JavaScript. I am somewhat familiar with JavaScript, but not as much as Python. I haven't really read any syntax in JavaScript in a while, so I got to brush up on my JavaScript skills, which is fine, because you're always running into JavaScript in Python, and so that's okay. But yeah, so I just been working on our back end and trying to create systems and workflows, and creating workflows. You have to connect many applications at times, and I use HubSpot and Estimate Rocket, and I was using Zapier for the majority of my automations, but I have to be honest, Zapier, I can learn more on Zapier, but at the end of the day, Zapier is a bit more limited because it's from my understanding, it's like less code. So the less code, the less technical you can be, and the less flexible you can be with the connections to what they call APIs. So different applications, and you're limited in the task or the actions that you can do, as opposed to n8n, LangChain, and LangGraph. But right now I'm focusing on n8n. Some people don't like n8n, and they feel like it's a waste of time, or that it's gonna phase. It's like a phase, or I don't know. That's kind of like what I get, the vibe that I get from YouTube. And one thing that I did want to mention to everyone that's going through a similar scenario with starting their own business and trying to automate and trying to integrate more technology into their business, is that, dude, there's so much stuff online that it can get so overwhelming and so confusing. And sometimes you're like, what am I doing? Am I working on the right things? Am I not? Am I behind? Am I this? Am I that? You know what? I said, forget all of that. Work on the things that are going to benefit your company in some way. I believe that as long as you're improving every day a little on something, and even if these tools are phased out, you know what? You'll learn something. You'll learn something that you can integrate in another platform, or you'll learn something. It's all connected. So I get it. It's like, it can be very overwhelming, but I just want you to know that, man, just work on the stuff that you feel like is best for your company. And if it can help your company, then, go with it. But, be open, read, so that way you're aware of like new technology and things like that. But, the technology is changing so fast. Like, even YouTube videos that are like 9 months old, 10 months old, they're like ancient now. Like, it's crazy. So things are moving fast, but at the end of the day, the reason why I mentioned earlier that, I was studying my, Python, and also I'm going to go back to the JavaScript syntax, it's because those are the foundations. And there's many different platforms. There's a whole bunch of stuff, but you know what doesn't change the foundations? If you know how to code, or you can understand a little bit of code, you'll be able to defend yourself much better. So that's my advice, and I'm glad to be back again. And I'm gonna keep you guys posted. I definitely have to be on here more often, because I do want to share this with you guys, and it's important to show you that it is possible to be successful. And also, I think it's important to create that trust. I want you guys to see me starting from the bottom and work my way up with the tools that I'm implementing for my company, and how I'm going about it, so you guys can do it as well. Or potentially in the future, I would like to do consulting and do this for other companies. But I want you guys to see what I went through, so you guys know that I know what I'm talking about. It's like kind of like Steve Jobs. He said consulting was like one of the worst careers, because it's like they don't stick around long enough to actually see their plans come into fruition. But me, I want to build something, and I want to be able to build something that I know will work for others, because I did it myself. So that's the goal, right? And also, you guys can learn with me as well. So thank you guys, and we'll speak soon.